Okay, I wanted to share with everybody how I plan out my 12 weeks for my kids. I figured the easiest way to do it would be through a video because I've got kind of several different things going on here. So anyway, I just made a simple chart with 12 weeks in it, right across the top here, and then boxes going down. And I like to separate kind of my core subjects here from my history and geography and math. And then I've got some science books listed and some additional things, music that I want them to work on and different things like that. So if you go up to the top here, I'll just kind of tell you how I used it, and then you can obviously use what you like and maybe come up with some of your own ideas. But here's 1 week's worth of work right here in this column. As you can see, this one is 2 columns wide, which means it's supposed to be completed over a 2 weeks time period. So what I do is I plan it out like this. I type it all this out, I print it out, and then throughout the week, as I hit a subject, I will use a highlighter to highlight it. Not on the computer, but on paper with the actual highlighter. So by the end of that week, I will have a visual record of everything in that week being yellow as long as I did everything with the kids like that. So that's really helpful. Then also, so this right here, BJU reading, it says 1 and 2. That is indicating to me that I need to do lesson 1 and 2. And then the next week, lessons 3 and 4. I decided how many lessons I wanted to do a week, and I just broke it down into the 12-week time period. For spelling, I know I want to complete lesson 10 that week, but to help break it down a little bit more for me, I did day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. So if it's completely empty, that means I have nothing to do that day. Oh, and up here I just want to say, this also means day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. I just did a little bit different looking. For pen time, I didn't want to specify which pages that we needed to do, so I just wrote 2 pages and then I made 2 little dashes, and I highlight the dashes to let myself know that I did them that week. Then again, you could add something here if you wanted to make sure they read every day. I didn't, I just put the book title in. It continues to look like that as we go. Geography, you can see we're only doing 1 lesson a week because I'm doing, on the other 3 days, I'm doing History of the Horse from Beautiful Feet. For math, we do 2 lessons a day, and we use Christian Light. So we use, like in that, we're in book 307, we're a little bit behind. So I will highlight that whole thing for the first day, that for the next day, and so on. And Q for me means quiz. LU test means light unit test because that's the kind we use. And I wanted to make sure that I ordered more books because I didn't have the grade 4 books yet. That was an accident right there. It should be 403. So I reminded myself by putting order on there. Down here, we're doing really simple science this year. It's not my main focus this year. I'm focusing more on reading and math and those types of skills. So I'm doing really just kind of like going to the library and getting topics. And so I have some DVDs listed here, some books listed here, some more DVDs there, and then whatever else comes up. This is actually, this book, that's the title of the book there, and this is the chapter titles. That's how I did that one. Same thing, but this is art DVD curriculum, and I just typed in the names of the lessons. This is a different one here. This is a different DVD series that I was going to get from the library. And then here we have, this is the only one where I kind of did things differently. This is not actually designed to be over 2 weeks' time. It is only once a week, but I ended up breaking it like that way because I didn't want the words to be all squished into a little box. So this is like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and so on. And then I just knew I wanted to focus on soccer for the first 6 weeks and gymnastics for the second 6 weeks. So that's how I did that. Now, there is one other document I want to show you, and I think it might be maybe this one. Yes, this is to help me do each one of these subjects each day. So it's my daily flow chart, and I know I want to do that boyhood and beyond, which is listed right there on the second page of my lessons. I know I want to do that every Monday at this time period. And actually, what I've started doing is just printing this out as well. And then I highlight this. So I have Monday's list, Tuesday's list, Wednesday's list. This doesn't tell me anything about what lessons I'm actually doing. It just tells me what I want to do in what order and what days I want to typically do things on. And I do leave it open. We're keeping Fridays open for field trips and things. I am going to college this year, so I have a little college block. Basically, it's something that can just help keep me on track of what to do when. So I hope that is helpful, and I have to tell you, it's a lot easier to get all your lessons for 12 weeks on 2 pages. So I hope you find that useful.